where skeletons rot and corpses fester. Locate the tomb of the unknown jester. Insert the token worth a quarter times 2. It is then that CarnEvil will return for you.
Welcome back. Now on tonight's show, Don here and I are going to get knee-deep in terror and excitement. We are heading directly over to the twisted world of CarnEvil. So Don, let's get ready to sling some lead.
That's right, Dink.
Oh, hey, I was muted this entire time. God damn it. No one to tell me that I'm muted. Hey. How are you all? Having a good night, I hope. Tonight we're going to be playing CarnEvil. And when I was muted, it was, I was fumbling over my words, but I'm a little bit more practiced now. I need to start, like, practicing my voice before the stream and all that, and, like, think of what I want to say. But, alright. So, yeah, tonight, CarnEvil. Getting this game to work is a big pain in the ass. I already had it, like, set up, and I've already, like, played it, like, a ton of times on my PC, but for right context of how much of a pain in the ass it is to get this game running, you gotta locate 2 different files, and then a very, very, very specific build of MAME to get it to properly work. And then, even then, it kind of, like, feels like there's some delay when it comes to aiming. Now, unfortunately, I don't have, like, you know, a homemade arcade center, and I don't have an actual monitor that'll work with a gun and what do you call them? A light gun. Yeah, a light gun. I don't have any of that set up, so I gotta play this with a mouse, and the input's like kind of like laggy. Aiming is not necessarily always like easy. But still, this game wasn't like really made with skill in mind. It's a batshit crazy experience. It was birthed in an era of satanic panic, and the developers basically thought that, oh, our game is gonna get shit canned at any fucking moment. They are not gonna like the shit we're doing. But the developers apparently were like, No. The publisher, I think Midway or whatever, was like, no, this is good, this is awesome, this is gonna offend so many people and sell so many units, and this is gonna be big, and yeah, they had the right idea. This game is, really fucking gory. Kind of like, it's like, this came out in the 90s, I think. This is like 90s offensive, basically. And this is just one of those games that is really ahead of its time. And it can only really exist in that time, I guess, because, fuck, they don't even have the, like, IP anymore. Like, they don't know where the fuck the rights to this IP are. I was like, there's a reunion interview that happened where they got a lot of the developers to, thank you for the follow, Mobile Suit Grundle. What was I saying? Oh, they had a reunion of the developers at an arcade, and basically they showed off like a bunch of art, the audios, the clear music and all that. And they're basically saying like, yeah, we don't know who owns the rights or whatever. It's probably like likely that it's like under a rock somewhere in Iowa. It's amazing that they managed to like save all this promotional material and art, because if I remember right, like they were just like, Midway was just like getting rid of everything, and the guys were like, no, we want to preserve all of our hard work, so they like took a trash bag and just dumped all the stuff in it and act like they were gonna throw it out, I guess. Thank God they saved it, because there's a really good fan site that opened up in 2016 called Greenlee Valley Cemetery, and it's basically a giant archive of CarnEvil. Everything you could possibly want to know, all the character names, all the character art. They have pretty much almost everything, if there isn't anything left to preserve on there, and information. So it's a nice time capsule that I hope doesn't go anywhere and continues to let this game have a awesome legacy. And I will hopefully like do this game justice, let's say, with this stream. I already fucked up and had myself muted for like the first minute or so of the stream, just like silently talking. But at least, hey, you got the TV to listen to. I had the whole the Midway VHS advertisement skit, which is fucking funny. Oh, I forgot this was published, distributed by Yeah. This was it's a very famous game, and there's also like a theory out there that like there's a cult that funded it and stuff, or like a cult behind it, or I don't know how much truth that is. It's like basically like basket weaving forums, trying to create some creepypasta, I guess, to maybe keep the game alive in spirit. And that's good, I guess. It's trying to start like a creepypasta about this game would like help keep it relevant, because the only way to play this game, it wasn't ported to any home consoles. They were gonna make another game, I guess. At least Midway wanted them to make another game using the IP, but it wouldn't be a rail shooter or a light gun game. It would just expand upon CarnEvil. So yeah, pretty much have to emulate this or find a cabinet in real life. And like I said, this game wasn't made to be fair. This game was made to guzzle tokens and quarters. But despite all that, I really love this game. The aesthetic, all the attention to detail, the music, it's all so fucking good. It is that specific kind of unconventional horror, I guess you would call it, that I love. We got the skit playing again on TV. I could have queued up some more CarnEvil stuff, but there's not really a whole lot of videos out there to use of CarnEvil. But yeah,
That's right, Dink. CarnEvil is a horrific sideshow of the biggest, baddest.
Thinking. Was there anything else I wanted to say? Not necessarily right now. I think it's about time we jump into the game. Just give me like a few more seconds to reevaluate where I am, and I didn't clean up my desktop before the stream, so I got all these messes around. Not close anything important. Testing. Okay. Everything seems to be running fine. I believe I tweeted out that I was starting CarnEvil. The stream is up, and here we go. We got the game. So I have a new asset that I created, and here it is. Stick 'em up. I got a little gun con. I think the more interesting stuff are gonna be during the game, like the dip settings for that baby boss. Yeah. I plan to actually show off that setting once I get through the first playthrough and all that. I'll show off some of the like little secrets and like things you could trigger in the game. This is not really a whole lot, but it's like there's a secret for the haunted house, and there's also the Deaddy bear boss fight instead of the baby, because they were really worried that this game was really gonna offend people. That spoilers, I guess. You kill a giant baby. So they had like a little censorship switch just in case. But if you're gonna have this game in your arcade, I don't know how many people actually like activated that dip switch. Cause I mean, look at this fucking game. It's insane. It's fucking gory as shit. Oh man, I can't do justice at like telling you like how great this game is. Let's hop into it real quick. But first, here is the title card. Okay, here we are. Now before I have to do anything, I have to remember something very crucial, which is the audio delay, because there is audio delay. So, if you notice any unsynchronization issues, please let me know, but it should run fine now. So, I have it paused right now, and, 1 second. Working? Yes, it is working. Move my game over just a bit.
When the moon is full and trees are bare, walk through the cemetery.
I'll let the intro play out in case like you aren't already sick of watching it. I just love this.
Feed him the token all shiny and new. It is then that CarnEvil will return for you.
So basically, like, if you have this in an arcade, it's a very loud, obnoxious game, and you'll constantly be hearing this. If you've attended any arcade in the past, in like the 90s or early 2000s, you probably have heard this a couple times by now, or at least are aware of this game. Doesn't really seem like it's, I feel like the cabinets for it have become kind of rare, because I'm like seeing less and less of them in arcades. Like, the collectors really seem to go for this. And more modern arcades, I think it's too antiquated. There are things about the game that are very dated, but it's like the good kind of dated in my opinion. Yeah, it was kind of from that tail end of when arcades had that last hurrah. Pretty much, like, this was featured in, like, magazines, basically, for, like, arcade owners, and, like, oh, this is gonna be the next big thing in coin-operated entertainment. So, I have free play on. I don't need to use any credits. My first time ever actually beating this in a real arcade, though, was back when I graduated and my school held this giant party at an arcade. And you bet your ass, like, when I went there and, like, I knew it was, like, free play on all the machines, I just went straight to fucking CarnEvil, and I'm like, I never got to beat this game as a kid, so I am beating it here and now. And finally getting to see the fucking ending of this game, because I only ever seen other people beat it. And you know, they probably dumped in like $20-$30 just to fucking reach the end and like fight Token Talker, who is the final boss. Basically the ringleader guy. And this right here. Bootleg ass Rob Zombie, I love it. Right, without any delay, let's start the game. Alright, so I feel like haunted house. We have to start with the haunted house.
It's a ghoul who lost her head. If you'd like to stay and join us, you're always welcome, alive or dead.
Hey, Mechanic Cat. Yeah, Crow's gonna hang out back here today. So if you notice any audio delay, let me know. I think everything should be working. Uh-oh. Everything is not working. Everything is not working. I can't reload. Why isn't it reloading? God damn it. Okay, there. Finally my reload button is working. Okay, so I'm trying to I spent so much time making sure like this game would sound good and the audio balance when it would be kind of like almost perfect, and I wouldn't be like fighting over like all the fucking gunshots, because you're gonna hear a lot. And yeah, emulation always has issues. So I have the monster strength at the max possible, so things don't die in like 1 or 2 hits. I have to be pretty precise and keep emptying like entire clips into enemies to even like make any progress. It stretches the game out a little bit more because it's a fairly short arcade game. Yeah, I've been doing good tonight. I was watching you stream Mechanic Cat. It's like alright, I'll start my stream after Mechanic Cat ends. So I like that game that you're playing, the Drive to the Dead End Road or whatever it was called. I'll have to look into that one. It had like a comfy, spooky atmosphere to it. And like this is like your first paywall right here. The developers basically admitted to like, yeah, we made this guy entirely to like suck up your tokens. Because it'd be too easy if it was just normal enemies. Hambone. Okay, he's dead. Like the praying mantis photo on the floor. Trying to make my shotgun count. Yeah, I hope the audio sounds fine and it's not too quiet or not too loud. Just fucking throw a fucking torso at you. This fucking level's so Halloween, I love it. And of course we got giant spooky spiders. Some things are just on the screen to like distract you and then they like throw shit at you. Shit. And you can shoot these hands, but sometimes I like shoot them and I still take damage going through. I don't know if they're programmed to be fair or not. Okay, we got Hambone, the Revenge. He's back. Nah, I learned a trick to him in the arcade is like just keep shooting at like the gun on his hand if you can. But he likes to like shimmy around and dance, so it's like hard to keep focusing the gun and shooting the fucking skulls that he pops out. Ah. Yeah, all the characters are polygons, but everything taking place is like a FMV, so this was pretty crazy technology for the time. It really stood out for that reason. I wish you would like get out from back there and get a little bit more closer. Sometimes like when I'm shooting, I notice like it's not as like precise as I wish it were. Fuck it, I'm just gonna empty right in your face. You can see like all of his like body getting torn up and like the bones underneath the flesh. I fucking love it. They have like the damage appearing all over their bodies. You just shoot their arms off if you want, shoot their heads off. You just come into this kitchen, there's like the fucking zombies with the hat, like chef hat. And like a little drawing on the fridge of the stage boss cutting someone's head off. So you don't really get anything for saving the girl. She pops up multiple times. I think she has a name or whatever. I don't think it's like multiple girls, but... Because like, if you look at the character profile, she actually does have a name. And it's like, just always the same person. They didn't like make anyone else. I love the ghouls. They're so fucking just like cheap Halloween decoration. Yep, got the cheap shot back. Trying to get the heart. I swear that's just like there to tease you and make you think you can get it, but like it just screws you out of it so easily. And here we go. Evil Marie. She's very well endowed. I think they might be her weak point. Nah, I didn't really practice the game or anything before stream. This is the arcade experience. But if I was good at this game, that'd be great. But I'm not gonna practice like fucking 24 hours a day. This is just something I launch every once in a while when I feel like getting into something like just a fun little experience. So when the monster strength is like on very hard, these bosses just turn into a sponge. But I feel like that's maybe the best to showcase this game off. Cause then you like get to see everything in like all their phases. On the normal like default mode, which I'm pretty sure no arcade in their right mind who wanted to make a profit ever had it on like the easiest mode or normal mode. This is like probably like what most arcades had this shit cranked up to. Look at her fucking face. He just fucking shot her fucking face off and now she's like in this fucking dominatrix fucking leather bodies. I probably pronounced that weird. She fucking hits like a goddamn truck. So cool. I'm a sucker for this like this stupid gory cartoony aesthetic. I say stupid in the most loving way possible. So, next up, we're gonna go to Rickety Town.
What goes up must come down. Now you're headed for Rickety Town. Ride all the rides, have some fun, then eat your heart out on a sesame seed bun.
What is impressive, an arcade game is really hard and cheap, but still balanced enough that you can still get good at, like House of the Dead and Final Fight. House of the Dead 1 is like actually a really fair game, and if you're really good at the game, you could basically continue it. Or like, I guess the term would be no CEC. I've watched a lot of a couple people play it like really fucking good and managed to like get the true ending, which there is a true ending to like an actual arcade game that you can only get if you get like a super high score and you get like no deaths. And that's crazy to me, because it's like they were actually trying to make a game that was like fun and fair in an industry where you're supposed to like be as cheap shot as possible to milk quarters out of your the people you were trying to entertain. And oh yeah, since this is like, you know, spooky Halloween carnival, of course we have like a Christmas area too. I didn't really like commentate on that much, but yeah, we're just shooting Santa's little helpers. Ah, here we go. The best song in the game. All the songs are actually really fucking good. This fucking OST is a banger. Yeah, House of the Dead 1, CarnEvil is not. CarnEvil, it's just all about milking those quarters. We got the little midway entertainment area here now. So while this area is technically like the Christmas area, it's got like a nice variety to it. Oh yeah, here's Carney, the basically the mascot of the park, in the same way like Barney the dinosaur would be. So his name plays off of Carney, like Barney in a Carnival Carney. Explain the joke. We don't get it. Ooh. Yeah. It's very midway that way. These, honestly, the way these guys are modeled and like how you shoot their fucking faces off, like always disgust and terrified me. And just the way they move, like look at that. It's like fucking, it's unsettling in a way. It's creepy to me. Alright, here we are at the food court. So there's also a dip switch or whatever to turn off offensive food court, which I don't know exactly what that is. Which I'll have to like look into that. I don't know what the difference is. If it's like maybe just visual or if it's like the voice lines, if they deem that like too offensive, like some of the stuff they might say. They just like, the variety in this game is really fucking nice. All the enemies, like, instead of being generic shit, are all designed after like the areas that they inhabit. It's like really nice world building in a way. I'm gonna take damage here because this is fucking hard to shoot shit and counter. It's just one of those areas made to like fucking take a few cheap shots at you, but like also be cool. Got that 50s aesthetic. Wait, we're back outside. Back on the sleigh ride. I wasn't ready for that one. A nice overview of like the entire area we just managed to get through. I think they're throwing like little presents with heads coming out of them. Alright, here we go. Here's the boss. It's Krampus. And this is also like in a time before like Krampus was like popularized. There's like a lot of German theming to this game in a way. Which I think maybe the developer is like of German ancestry, so yeah, he put his like culture into the game in certain ways. You know, alright, we already shot off Krampus's face, and like, look at that, it's fucking good. Krampus. Yeah, let's just shoot him in the dick. Right, that's probably not his weak point at all. It's probably like the heart in his chest. Yeah, pre-internet, we all know what a Krampus is now, sort of era. Yeah. Krampus has gotten like really fucking popular in like modern times. As being, you know, he's like the cool anti-Santa. Kidnaps children in sacks who are naughty. And I forget like he like beats them with a whip or something. You know, like have giant Krampus parades now in certain like parts of the United States to celebrate it. And everyone like dresses up and there's like a million of them running down the street. It's twisted in a charming way. It's also kind of like hard to commentate over this game and like actually play it too. So I'm sure like if anyone's gonna be watching the VOD, they're just gonna say like, shut the fuck up and enjoy the game. Like, I don't need to worry about like being good at it necessarily, but still, I just want to share this game because it always needs more exposure. I don't want it to be forgotten to the annexes of time. And now we got the Freak Show, which was also going to be the House of Horrors and the Freak Show stage.
The freak show, see the strange and bizarre. Step right up, we'd love to see you. We think you could be the star.
Oh, these fucking little fly dudes. They have names, but I'm forgetting what their names are exactly. We'll take a look at some of them after the game is pretty much done. Ah, shit. I missed the flamethrower. These guys are also, like, fucking creepy. Yeah, let me shoot one of their faces if I can. Fucking look at that, how fucking disgusting that is. We got actual spider monkeys. It's fucking... Oh, I love it. They got their big, goofy, cartoony, googly eyes. But, like, their face is just all nothing but blood. And these right here, these fucking maggots with the fucking old man faces. Yeah, everything in this game is so cool. I love all the enemy designs. Really wish the creators are, like, given more to do with concepts like this. Like I said, this is like a game that could only exist in the time that it came out. Before like the whole popularization of like creepy, cool stuff, but also like twisted childhood stuff. Now this is a cool place. World's biggest shoe. All the background props. The ancient mystery school of... I can't really read that. And the 80-pound flea. So I don't know if you saw that like caveman encased in ice, but that is actually a character from the game of the character from another game that the developer created, and I think its name is Trog the Caveman. So we like put a little homage to one of his previous creations in this game for the people that would like, you know, get it or notice it. That's like, I love little things like that. Spider monkey enclosure. There's concept art of the spider monkey where it's holding an actual gun with its tail, but I think they probably figured that's maybe they're already annoying enough, and giving a monkey a gun would be a bad idea. Here we go, another one of those token chuggers. Trying to get the eyes. I think he like screams. Yeah, there he goes. Oh, my eye! The freak show is such a fun idea for a stage. Now here's the tonal shift where this would basically be the other half. It was initially called the... what is it? The House of Horrors and the Freak Show, which was showcased in that little VHS skit for Midway Games that I showed before the stream on the TV. It showed the early version of the map where this stage was titled something very different. But I guess like the text was maybe too long and didn't look good, so they just kind of they just changed it to the Freak Show. But it still kind of works. It's like, look at these guys, all their fucking BDSM gear and like all this torture chamber stuff. Like their goal was to be offensive and just do crazy shit for the sake of it. See what they could get away with before their game was shit canned, which it actually didn't get canceled, amazingly enough. So that's like very interesting. Freedom of making whatever the hell they want, and having something so twisted and offensive such as this. Unheard of in modern gaming. No compromises, just brutal. What is BDSM? You know what BDSM is. Everyone knows at this point. Like, look at that. They're being grounded up in a machine and making giant, sloppy bowls of food for something. One final thing to dick us over before the boss is give us all these little tiny annoying enemies.
Don't wake the baby.
Here we go. Here's the offensive boss. Now, they said they wanted to do this fight because Jurassic Park was really popular at the time. So the idea of like this giant giant fucking scary ass baby running around and like acting like a dinosaur was the main influence. It's not necessarily because they wanted to kill a baby. Like they were probably like a little bit worried like this would be going a little bit too far for some people. Like I said, if you already have this game in your arcade, I think this is like you're probably not worried about offending anyone. I used to know a restaurant that had this game, and it was like all in the same lobby too. There wasn't no game room or anything. They just like had it in the corner of the place, and they had it on max volume too. So you would just like every fucking 2 minutes hear that bootleg Rob Zombie and fucking how do I pronounce his name? Unlot like doing the crazy jester laugh. It's probably like one of the easier bosses, but he just like hits pretty hard if you let him hit you. Oh, one final like cheap shot before he dies. They just fucking electrocute him and he just fucking falls into a pile of ash. Or not even a pile of ash, but like his body just becomes charcoal and falls apart.
You've made it to our main attraction, the three-ring circus in the big top tent. We hope our clowns will entertain you before making you the main event.
Hey, this is the final stage already, sadly. I always wish there were more. Now, this little clown right here is like kind of the mascot of the game. His name is Sneak. And this is like a Ozob, I think is what his name is. Which, you know, backwards, Bozo. Like when you shoot their faces, they just honk and like make clown noises. And because this game is so mean-spirited, they just throw mimes at you. They don't do anything, but you could just kill them. Everyone hates mimes. I know I do. I just love that detail. It's like, yeah, they've made it this far. Just have a little fun. Have a pot shot at mimes. Look how fucking, like, the blood red skull faces are cool. Now, these guys, I forget what their name is, but it's something in Spanish for, like, little death. And they went out of the way to get a specific voice actor whose name escapes me. He did a really good job at doing the little performance of their voice. I love these rabid poodle. I fucking just love everything about this game. I could just sit here all day and say, I love this, I love that. It's not good commentary, but it's true. Everything about this is something I vibe with. Not necessarily shooting dogs, but, you know. Just how fucking twisted this game is. One of my favorite horror movies basically is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Quina Mierta? I think so. I'll grab the name afterwards. I don't know if he like did a voice for like. I'm trying to think of like what voice that sounds like in a cartoon. A lot of the voices in this game were performed by just people that were around the office, and like they could just pull into like any recording little booth that they had. I think like the main director is the voice of the boss and Token Talker and I can't pronounce his name. The fucking the jester head. I'm very bad at pronouncing things. Invasion of the Smeeks. Hey, this is what they plan to do with us. They plan to put our brain in a gorilla. They need my brain. I love these clown enemies. They only show up here though. They got their comically oversized instruments. Unulot, just a kiss. I don't know if you saw that like little thing on the chalkboard when it flipped over. There's usually so much going around you don't have time to like look in the background. But they put a lot of heart and soul into like all the design for all the stages.
From this study, I have observed your every move, but you do not obey. Prepare to die.
Okay, and I like that we actually get to fight Umlaut as a boss. He's like more of a little minion boss, but still. He's just like mocking you the entire game. He's such an iconic character too. He's like on tons of promotional stuff. I love how he just shatters into all these super small polygons. Alright, and now we gotta fight Token Talker. And his fight is just like him shooting a gun at us and just skeletons popping out. I think the final boss battle for this, like, it's okay. I think they could have done way better. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It just feels kind of tame compared to everything else we've seen so far. And the fact that I like that there's actually just real skeletons. Nothing we're actually killing here is real. They're basically all zombies or phantasms. Which, I'll go into that pretty soon. I'm like, why exactly did this carnival show up in the middle of a cemetery and all that? They got some cool stuff going on during this fight though, at least. It transitions a lot into like all kinds of little different phases. Doomcough. I recognize that word from TF2. Alright, this is the final set piece, I think. This is just what the rest of the fight is. It's just gonna be a fucking wrestling with projectiles being thrown fucking everywhere. And of course, I am not good at aiming. I'm already kind of getting a crab claw just playing this. But yeah, his name, Token Talker, sure is taking my tokens. Right, I have just shot his fucking torso, and you can see his face is just nothing but a big protruding eye and blood. I guess another game that kind of comes close to what CarnEvil did is actually Killing Floor, when they have their little summer events, and everything is like carnival themed, and like all the zombies and creatures are designed after carnival and carnies. I really do enjoy like the weird, creepy carnival aesthetic, but it doesn't get used a lot in a whole lot of stuff, sadly, despite how creepy people think clowns are. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right places. Yeah, I love Killing Floor. I should just like do some streams of it, just random. It's like a very fun therapeutic game. Right into the propeller, look at that. We did it, we survived CarnEvil.
What's going on?
Our dumbass protagonist is like, that was fun. Let's do it again. The end. 56% accuracy, so a little over half. Oh, and how you sign your name in this game is cool. Oh. Bup, 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 bup. This is a quirk of the emulator. This is something broke, but there we go. I did the best I could, based on a concept by Jack Hager. Sadly, no music for the credits. It's just silent. Everything else about the game like has music associated with them. Kind of like bummed that like the credits that like didn't have any like closing theme, but it's got some nice art in it. So, I don't know if it's really conveyed anywhere, but the general story of like why CarnEvil even exists and why it's in a cemetery was that it was just a regular circus, and Token Talker fell in love with the farmer's daughter, and basically was going to take her with him on the circus, but the farmer was like, I'm not having none of that. So the farmer got all of his friends riled up, and you know, the whole classic pitchforks and torches and guns. And when Token Talker was taking off in the blimp with his daughter, the farmer basically shot down the blimp, and it exploded in a giant fiery mass, and it was like right above the circus, so everyone died. Everyone was just immediately scorched and killed. And that is where the cemetery is. It's a giant mass grave for the entire circus. So, yeah, you're just fighting zombies and phantasms. None of it's actually technically kind of there, I think, but I think the threat of it is real. It's a really fun concept. Yeah, they never expected anyone to actually finish the game. In arcades, yeah, true, because you could change all the settings and make it more expensive or more difficult or extremely piss easy. So my run, as I said, was monster strength was at the hardest difficulty. So everything basically became a bullet sponge. And yeah, the Blur Studios, they did the opening cinematic. And this was like way back, like before they were even as big as they were now. The giant baby kind of like, that's also kind of a mystery. Like, I don't know, is it actually a baby, or is it like just like some guy with like gigantism that looks like a baby? Don't ask questions, Mechanic Cat. it's a goofy game. Yeah, they have come a long way. They actually have like a little postcard that was featured CarnEvil because they did the opening cinematic for it and everything. And they were like really proud of it at the time, and like a little piece of official merchandise I wish I could have. Well, maybe not official, but still. Anything about this game is like very rare and sought after. I think people who get the cabinets for this, like, they basically dismantle the cabinets and sell it piece by piece, because, like, just, what do you call them? The little top piece that displays, like, the game title behind in front of a light, so it lights up and all that. I saw that on eBay for, like, $400, $500 for just that alone. A few years ago, you could probably just get a fucking cabinet for of this for that price, if not cheaper, of like big arcades just trying to. Oh yeah, you can see Dr. Seuss and Princess Serenity in the credits. Yeah, the Princess Serenity from Sailor Moon. Yeah, the Marquis. That sells for a lot on eBay, and it's like, goddamn. I wonder how many people are just like nickel and diming every single piece of these cabinets. Is it more profitable just to sell it piece by piece, or sell the full cabinet by itself? There's Dio. The guys that made this are big fans of anime and Dr. Seuss. And that's the Princess Serenity of Sailor Moon. There actually is a placeholder graphic somewhere in the game's files of Sailor Moon characters. I think Jupiter or something, maybe? Benice. Game over. Try again. Like, they can... It just brings up the game over screen, even though, like, you beat it. Alright, so now I'm gonna show off some extra stuff. You're not supposed to be seeing this. Alright, so, let's go to audits. Take a peek. You can like see the how much people have actually like reached certain bosses and all that. Left slot coins, right slot coins. Interesting. You can. This is probably like basic arcade stuff. Oh, thank you for the hydrate imposter chip. But it's just cool to see like the game is actually like monitoring this and seeing like how far are they getting in the stages and how many coins and like how many 1 or 2 players, or do people prefer the green gun or the orange gun or the purple gun? I think there were 2 versions of this cabinet. The more deluxe one might have had like the purple gun. Okay, get out. I keep forgetting not the right button. The mouse doesn't do this. Okay, adjustments. We are going to... Oh, free play enable. No. So free play is now disabled. We can see the pricing. North America pricing mode, South America. Let me change that back. I like to poke around in the menus. I was always more partial to those light guns that were like pink or sky blue or whatever, just pleasant to look at. Yeah, I liked when the guns, like, they like had goofy colors to them. I guess for like legal reasons, that's what they have to do. So yeah, you could turn the track sound off, which no one ever did. Like I said, I went to a restaurant, they had this in the corner of the restaurant. You know, it's just a giant giant lobby area of you order your food and sit down, the machine is just right there and you're listening to Rob Zombie every 2 minutes. Additional adjustments, here we go. So this is the game difficulty. We got very easy, normal, hard, and very hard. And I think this is like, this affects how hard the monsters hit you. You can even nerf the health if you want to be an asshole. Which I think most arcade owners probably, well, scummy arcade owners probably like turned everything up to the highest difficulty. And here's the monster strength. So you see I was on very hard. So let's go down to normal. Because I'm gonna showcase off some of the extra stuff now. We're gonna have to go through Freak Show again. The violence. You can have full gore, red blood, or green blood, or none. Flash brightness, okay. So, Big Baby. Do you want to disable? Yes. So now he is disabled, so now we will see something new next time we go through. And then here's the offensive food court. But I'm not gonna go through Rickety Town again. I won't know the difference of that. I'll probably like figure it out in my own time. Yeah, they purposely made their games loud to get people's attention, and like this game just always screamed for your attention in arcades. Just dump an entire row of quarters in here. 32 is the max quarters you could put in this game, by the way. Right, so I'll show off Haunted House first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, just when Umlaut's doing his rhyme, just reload 5 times, and you activate hat mode for all the zombies. So, now they're all just wearing goofy hats. Yeah, party hat. And notice how like fast everything is dying, because the monster strength is like on normal now. It's got a wig of the girl. Which bat is it? All these bats are for show. Yeah, Napoleon hat zombie in the background. I just love the heads that go flying off. You got an Uncle Sam hat. It's such a goofy little secret. Like, I wonder how many people actually knew about it in arcades, because I sure as hell didn't. See how ridiculously easy Hambone is now? He's still getting some damage in, but... you want to always, like, shoot his arm gun to interrupt his attacks, but then, like, he shimmies around and, like, constantly readjusts. I do want to play House of the One Dead on stream, but there might be some technical difficulties with that in my current setup. Like, I've tried it before, and it seems to, like, mess up my Vtuber model, which is unfortunate, so... maybe some other time. I would love to play it during Halloween. I'll have to try and see if I could fix that issue that I've been having. Emulation is always a hassle. No, I have the Model 2 emulator. And I could always play the Saturn version, but the arcade version is just way better. The Saturn version is what you could currently buy on Steam, I think. And that is the one with graphics that are toned down, so it's not, and it like doesn't perform as well as the arcade version. It has the better Magician theme though. Right, next death I get is we're gonna exit the haunted house. See, I'm shooting the hands, but I'm still taking damage as I go past them. See how fucking fast Hambone goes down, though, compared to, like, on very hard on the monster strength? I don't ever remember it being that easy in arcades when I played this. He would, like, he would take, like, $1 or maybe $2. I think I can only ever, like, get up to Hambone, Hambone the Revenge in, arcades. Like, if I was gonna play any level, I think it was usually, like, Haunted House first, then the Freak Show, and then dead last I would do Rickety Town if I ever had to choose. Though I did actually get the Krampus in arcades once and kill him, but little me didn't have all the quarters in the world. It was already a hassle enough to get my parents to give me quarters for arcade games. They'd be like, alright, here's a quarter or two. Play for as long as you can, which they didn't want me playing for long. Alright, so now we're gonna go check out the Freak Show, and we're gonna see the famous censorship boss.
Step right up, we'd love to see you. We think you could be the star.
Oh yeah, the House of the Dead 1 remake that recently came out is awful. Do not fucking play that. It is such a gross misunderstanding of what made the original so awesome and fun. And the music is shit too. They absolutely fucking butchered the Magician's boss battle theme. One of the like fucking most amazing like fucking arcade boss battle themes ever. It's just completely butchered. Yeah, it's, I don't know, everything was just... I love the aesthetic of the original House of the Dead. I don't like what they did in the remake where, you know, everything's like gross and realistic. It like lost all of its charm. Like I said, I'm one of those people that always prefers the originals, and I don't like ever having to play a remaster or a remake of something. If I can help it. If I ever play shit like that, it's just like I rather play it to compare it to the original. So I would play it side by side with the original. I wouldn't go playing the remake and saying, oh, I played House of the Dead 1, I finally experienced House of the Dead 1, because no, I didn't. It's not the original. I'm just that kind of, like, a stubborn asshole. But, okay, here, I talked about this. Let me pull something up real quick. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Trog was created by Jack E. Hager, who also created CarnEvil. See, there he is. There's Trog the Caveman. He's just a one-eyed caveman named Trog. And you just put him in the background as like a little cameo. I still love that 80-pound flea. And like the rabbit with a knife. There's like a lot of cool little things in that little museum of oddities. The Freak Show feels like such a long level. I think I said this earlier, but like saving the girl never gives you anything. She's just there for you to accidentally shoot her and like take health away from you. There's no point in ever saving her. Oh, me eye. He has an Australian accent too. Crikey, me eye. She finally gets revenge on a zombie, just like slamming the Iron Maiden shut. He doesn't do anything, but you can just shoot him if you want. He just... What is goofy little, like, I guess it's like a dopamine rush or whatever. You see thing, you shoot thing, you feel good because you didn't take any damage. Whenever you get any of the bonus weapons, like, they just immediately are gone the moment you use them. It kind of sucks. Sadly, no modes I know of that you could like change the guns and like permanently have a shotgun on or like a flamethrower. That would be fun if they ever did make a port of this, but it's highly unlikely since they don't know who even owns the fucking rights to this game anymore. It's like all lost. Another reason why game preservation is very important. So here we are. Deaddy. So if you didn't want the baby, you could have this instead. It's a really easy, simple reskin. But I do like it. It's censorship, but it's cool censorship. Because if you were lucky enough to ever see this in the wild, you're like, ooh, is this a secret? How did this happen? Gets you talking. But now we know, yeah, it actually just was a censorship thing. In case someone was offended by killing a giant virtual baby. He throws a club at you, he throws his little rattles. Does he throw the little bobby pin still or no? Just to let him club on me. Yeah, I guess they like maybe changed the bobby pins to like the little club, just so like it removed all implications that it was a baby, even though like everything else about its arena is basically still the same. But yeah, cool censorship. I wish like more censorship would actually like do something cool instead of just like something lame, I guess. So if you don't select any stage, Rickety Town is like usually the default it will take you to.
What goes up must come down. Now you're headed for Rickety Town. Ride all the rides, have some fun, then eat your heart out on a sesame seed bun.
But I said I wasn't gonna do Rickety Town. So that's CarnEvil, really fun game. Alright, let's mute the TV. Let's put some music on. So, not the longest stream in the world. We're only an hour and 21 minutes, so I'm gonna talk about the game for a bit, maybe show off some of the characters. And let's turn the TV off for now. So in the chat, I will link this. This is a fan site that has everything you could ever want to know about this game on it, basically. It has the music, it has the FMV movies, it has concept art, it has the official 3D art pieces with all the character names, it has trivia, it has everything. My audio finally desynced. Did it? Oh, okay, I just had to turn off the audio desync, so now we should be fine. I should match up, I think. Remembering to turn the audio sync on and off when I need it, and it's a pain in the ass, because it kind of like, some games require it, some games don't require it. All this technical stuff that goes into the background work of getting streams to run properly. If I could just play a game, launch it without worries, and not have to like adjust anything, and like test all this shit beforehand, that would be amazing. I would love that, but it's never that easy. That's why I try and prefer to stream one game at a time. I could keep the streams focused, and I can keep the streams very thematic with what I am playing. And I could kind of test it so that I don't listen to the VOD later and go like, oh fuck, the audio sounds like shit, this was a crap stream, oh no, god damn it. And when it's a game I'm passionate about and a game that I like, I kind of like want to make it more than just a, oh, that thing happened, oh, I want to like talk about it and the history of it and like, I don't know. The stream was kind of like already a blur in my brain. I don't know if my commentary was really any good or not. I just wanted to fucking play the game and have fun, cause it's great. Fucking I had to look up some tutorials on YouTube. Tutorials on YouTube exist where you could basically learn how to play this game for yourself and have it all set up and how to calibrate the guns and everything. It's a fucking bitch to get this game up and running, but it is worth it. It is worth it. I could just open this game anytime I want and just have a fun, stupid arcade shooty time with a very like unconventional horror, basically. Is that the right term? Where it's not like, it's comedic horror. It's not like, oh my god, I'm gonna shit my pants scary. It's like that perfect amount of like B-movie and like cheesiness and like cute horror that I love, instead of just like the hardcore gory stuff. Not to say this game isn't hardcore gory, like it it's an anomaly, basically. Like, how fucking good this game is. Like, it's everything I'm about. It's like, it's corny, it's cartoony, it has super fucking violent gore and shit that you do in the game. Like, it is just all around delightful in so many ways. I don't have the videos on hand of how to get installed yourself, but I'm sure if you're interested, you can find it easy. Just, you know, simple search of like, oh, how do I run CarnEvil? How do I emulate CarnEvil? And you will find it. So, let me save some images. So right here, this is that little drawing that's on that fridge that we see during the haunted house. Here's a little texture for it. Help me! It's Evil Marie. Let me... Give me a while to, I gotta make a new folder real quick. I should have did this beforehand, but I did not. And I don't have a browser really set up for stream that isn't gonna, like, dox, well... You'll basically see all my embarrassing bookmarks and weird stuff that I like to look at. This won't take too long. Luckily, this website is one of the few websites on the internet currently not using WebP, so it's just a simple click and save, click and save. WebP is really destroying the internet right now, making it such a fucking hassle to do anything. I can't tell you like how many times I have to go and use that conversion website to turn WebPs into like GIFs and transparent PNGs, since for some reason they don't want you downloading that shit anymore. Even Tumblr, I noticed, like whenever I go try and save anything off of Tumblr now, it does not at all want me downloading anything from fucking Tumblr. It's all WebP. Your website's already fucking dead, Tumblr. What more do you fucking want? So I have a bunch of concept art too, so I'm gonna grab this off the website so I could plaster it on screen as well. It's all really fucking cool. High quality scans. And this is like all stuff that was probably going to be tossed out too, and they managed to save it and preserve it. Almost done, almost done. I just have to grab a few more images and we'll be ready to go through some of the characters and see their names and their concept art as well. Ba 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 da da da. Oh, there's a browser extension that lets you save any image as PNG. That would be extremely useful. Yeah, that'd remove so many steps. Changing file extensions worked, I thought. I don't know, I'm dumb. Like, everything I do is jerry-rigged together to run off of paper clips and rubber bands. I am surprised I can still crawl out of bed in the morning half the time. Life is very overwhelming for someone like me. Just, I'm dumb. I don't think I was meant to survive. Ah. Okay, image slideshow. This is gonna be the first time I'm testing out an image slideshow. Here we go. So this is Carney, the dinosaur. Dr. Clot. Just sit back and enjoy. Brutal. Flapjack. So all the characters actually have an associated name with them. Cyclops, of course, of course. Dumb joke, but an easy one to make. Junior. Smiling Bob. Let me take out the gun con. I fucking had to like do extra effort for this stream. Ludwig von Tokentaker. I had to do a fucking ton of shit for this stream, and it's only like a fucking hour of gameplay. Rods and Tort. But hey, I got this asset now, so whenever I play light gun games, I can have this, and of course Evil Marie. Ozob, aka Bozo backwards. He was actually supposed to have a bigger role as like a mini boss, but that didn't happen. He just turned into a regular mob. And we got Deaddy. Mame. Funny considering. I guess it's an arcade term even before the emulator and all that. Here's Smeek. Smeek is kind of like he's kind of like the face and the mascot next to Umlaut. Umlaut. Tinsel. And of course zombies. And they got some in the background with the hats on too. Mirtito. I probably botched that pronunciation. It's like Little Death or something. Guillotine. Guillotine. Hambone. Krampus. Gives us a nice look at all the enemies, not in motion. Umlaut. Trying to remember what Umlaut is. Oh, Flem the Fly in Mike the Maggot. I know Umlaut is like I think for like rhyming or something, I'm not sure. There's Carney, the dinosaur. And we've looped back, so that's Dr. Clot. So, here, let me, real quick. Let's look at some of the concept art. Oh fuck, that's big. Okay, this, hopefully a decent enough size. See some of the concept art. This fucking Krampus right here, he's like very, very goofy. Maybe. Oh, here's the concept art of the spider monkey, but with a gun. And then this is the more finalized version of the Krampus. So some colored smaller sketches of some of the concept art. Pizza Face. The guillotines were supposed to be more disgusting in concept. And here we have Carney the dinosaur again. He's like a very scary design to me. It's really gross and like, ooh. Just something about it. Really, really, really cool concept art of Evil Marie. In the original Token Talker sketch. And this is like another boss they want to put in, like a gothic executioner, but it didn't happen. Here's like another concept art for how they were a different way that they were going to open the game if they didn't go with what they went with originally. The end result was like more of a kid, but the other one was going to be about like you were a biker or something, and Token Talker. Oh, here's a Bozo if he was actually going to be a boss. Alternative Token Talker. Hey, you were going to play as a biker, and then Token Talker was going to take your girlfriend, and you were going to have to go win her back, and they scrapped that story and went with the whole you're just a dumb kid. Concept art for Hambone, but like he has more of a furry vest on. Yeah, I think it's finally looped around. This is a concept art for the haunted house. Oh, more. Okay, no, there's still some more. We got the spider monkey with a gun again. Oh, the kid CarnEvil. And this is yeah, he's just supposed to be like a self-insert, whatever kind of character. And there's Smeek. Then Umlaut looking very sketchy and very scary. I like that. And this was a concept for a level that kind of just didn't happen. Yeah, monkey with a gun is always a good concept. So I think we're finally looping through. Yeah. So that's all the concept art that I have to show. But there's also some other stuff like arcade flyers, advertisements for the machine. They really did a good job at preserving a lot of these photos. And a lot of this promotional material too. There is... Let me save some extra stuff to showcase. We even got some magazine scans that talk about the game. Since it was featured in a magazine of tips and tricks, #1 video game tips magazine. Yeah, putting the gun away now. I'm gonna have to do a lot of cleaning after the stream. Let me... First, I should get this... This is a little photo to celebrate the game that had all the developers in it, and a little actor is actually in that Smeek costume. That's not a prop. So he actually has a name. I forgot, but it's something Puppet the Dwarf, I think, is what the actor was called. He was a little person, and he's actually a famous little person. I think I forgot the location of where he's at, but for like the launch celebration, like a little party they held, I guess they just had him go around dressed like this to celebrate and spook people and promote the game. sadly, I heard one of the developers has passed away. And that's unfortunate, but I think a lot of the other team is still kicking. The interview reunion that took place was like, I think, in 2019. So, it was 3 years ago, I think, if my math is right. Probably not. Here's the Smeek Mask prop. As you can see, time has not treated it very well. And here's his knife as well. Tips and Tricks, the #1 video game tips magazine. And all this stuff is available on the website that I links. And like here's a good look at like all the little the food court images. Enjoy some pizza. Burritos as big as your head. Corn dogs. Good eating. Big ol' turkey. And here's the garage posters as well. So, again, burritos as big as your head, food court. Footlong boys. Who wants an ice cream soda? Remember to buckle up, safety first. Rip motor oil with some life. Just such a fun game. Like so much heart and soul went into it. It's a shame it's not skill based, but I don't care. I wish this game would get a port to PC or Steam or something. I want this game to stay alive, and hopefully something else called CarnEvil doesn't come around and bury it, because that already seems to be kind of the case on YouTube, where there's like another game kind of like under the name of CarnEvil, and like it's kind of like mixing up the results of CarnEvil now. So you're not really... This is a problem with old stuff and new stuff and the internet, and like people don't think about this when it comes to remakes. Like Uncontested, the original had its space on the internet, but now the remaster and the remakes come out, and now it creates a divide. So now like all the top results will always be the new version and not the old version, and things kind of fall to the wayside because of that, and that's something that kind of bums me out. And I don't like when they remake things and just like, I don't know. When we talk about Resident Evil 1, like that's a good example of like, that's a really good remake, but also it kind of just like, whenever you say the Resident Evil 1 now, people just think of the remake. Sometimes they don't really think of like the original PlayStation Resident Evil 1. Because most people's experience now is, you know, it is the remake. But it is a good remake. It is a really, really good remake. It is definitely more worth playing than probably the original Resident Evil at this point. But not all remakes are made equally or as skillfully as the original remake, and like, you know, stay true to the essence of the original with added stuff that actually complements the game rather than detracts from it. The original is so much less stressful though. Yeah. It's the goofiness of the original is I would like to play the original on stream sometime. So much I want to do, so little time. I've already not gotten a whole lot of games that I want to play for October this year. Like, October came. It's hard to get into the spirit. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are like really like into Halloween right now. I feel like the only person who's even excited about Halloween, I don't know, a lot of streamers I like watch aren't particularly like, I guess maybe they're saving it for the last week of October. I wanted this to be a month-long celebration of Halloween and like themes, decorations, like so many ideas, but I'm not like, I'm one person. I'm not getting everything done. No. You are my brother, Mechanicat. When it comes to the theming of Halloween, you've been on it since the beginning of the month as well. You are keeping the spirit of this holiday alive, and I appreciate it. We love the spookies. I've been meaning to like jump into some other streams too, but it's like everyone just seems so busy. But hey, we're both new indies on the scene somewhat, so trying to think of what I was gonna say. Yeah, if I know Mechanic, you've gone all out with your theming. Your choices in games have all been spooky and Halloweeny, and it's just a good time. I've been lurking in your streams a lot lately. Because I don't always have the energy to chat in the streams, but when I can, I like to pop in and play your spooky noises to spook you when you least expect it. Last year I watched so many horror movies, and this year I've just been so tired. Yeah, I feel like maybe like people have like spookified themselves so much that Halloween is no longer nearly as special. Because now like you have horror games year round, and indie devs just release horror games whenever. The special thing about CarnEvil is that they actually released it on Halloween Day. So had I not like already promised like, yeah, next stream's CarnEvil, and then have all this stuff done and ready to go, I should have played this game on Halloween. I could have been playing it on its anniversary. I'm stupid though. That would have been a good finale for the months, like no stress. I think for Halloween Day I'm gonna play fucking the most stressful arcade game ever, fucking Splatterhouse. That is gonna be a test of my skill. I don't know if I'm gonna beat it. Okay. We'll go into the ball pit. Indie horror games, low res with jump scares every 2 seconds. Yeah, that's how it be. Alright, I do have a special guest I can add this time around. I really should just be adding the attendees as I like go and play this game, but it gives me something to do while we're in this scene. I just have to figure out where he is. I have so many folders, everything's a mess. Keeping things clean and organized is harder than it looks sometimes when you're in a hurry. For now, he's gonna hang out. It's Umlaut. There he is. Oh, it's gonna be the OG. It's the original arcade release and all that it takes your tokens, but it was designed in a way that like you don't continue where you died. You have to do the entire stage over again. They were fucking high when they were making this game, because basically like I guess it rewards you for actually good and skilled at the game, but it is such a fucking hard and sometimes jank game to like pull off the specific moves. I know you have like the slide kick, and that's hard to pull off. Like it's some sort of like Hadouken command, sort of. But there's always like so much shit on the screen, and it's such a hard game. You'll get to a boss, you'll have like no health left, died, and then have to do the entire stage gauntlet over again and pay for that. There's no brute forcing your way with coins like there is in CarnEvil, where it's like, alright, well, as long as I keep putting coins in this machine, I will see the ending of it. If you're not good at Splatterhouse, you're never going to see the end of Splatterhouse. Yeah. That Splatterhouse. I don't know if it really qualifies as a remake. I feel like it's its own thing. It's more like a modern take on the series that is completely different but pays proper homage to the series roots. And yeah, it does have the 3 original games on it. And what's interesting is that they actually altered the 3rd game's cutscenes to be more digital. Because, like, the original release of it had, like, real actors turned into, like, sprite art, which looked weird. And I heard in the Xbox 360 and PS3 Splatterhouse, they kind of like went back and like readjusted those cutscenes, so now there's kind of like a little bit more digital and creepy and sprite arty. I want to play that reboot one day. That's the term, reboot, because it reviewed very poorly in its time. It was a bomb. I don't think anyone bought it, and everyone was like, "Oh, the original Splatterhouse is so much cooler." But then the series fucking died, and we never got any more Splatterhouse ever again, and any DLC for the game that was planned got shit canned. And that's unfortunate. I know there's also been a rumor that Namco might release a Splatterhouse collection, because for a while they had the trademarks for the Klonoa collection, which was just, you know, Klonoa 1 and 2, and maybe the Game Boy Advance games and WonderSwan game. But I think they canceled all those plans, and they just went for a remake of Klonoa, well, remaster of Klonoa 1 and 2 instead, and quietly shit-canned the Splatterhouse collection remaster, or whatever they were planning on doing. Oh, it has Booba in it. Well, don't worry. It's actually official Booba. You're not gonna get banned unless the game is modified in any way. So unless you're not running mods, you can't be banned. I was watching a Joel stream recently, and he was playing Scorn, and there were actually boobs in the game. And because he is very familiar with Twitch and unjustified bans, he focused in on the titty and openly mocked Twitch and made fun of them, like, hey, look Twitch, come on, ban me. You can't ban me because it's official boobs. This is not modded. Then he brought up the whole incident where they they used to have fuck you as a game in their database, and they banned him thinking that, like, oh no, he hacked the website somehow and put fuck you as the game category. They didn't even know they had that as a category in their system. It's been since removed, but it's just fucking funny. And it just goes to show, like, not even the people running Twitch, like, know shit about what's going on behind the scenes. Sometimes, like, they're too big to even fucking know how to run their website. And we've seen, like, all the dumb shit they've been doing lately. At least the shout out command has been cool. Shit. I could do that, and now if anyone wants, they could see your the new shout command I just did. Everyone should be able to see your channel and follow you from my page if they want. That's I think it's been 5 minutes in the ball pit. Let's go back to the living room. I know it doesn't show up in my little chat box, so the recording people are probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyone checking out the VODs or like video on YouTube or whatever, go check out the Mechanic Cat's channel. He's great. I kind of don't want to end stream, but it's getting around that time. I should have did this way earlier, but let's be real. I have stream anxiety. Sometimes hitting that start stream button is really hard. I have to be in the proper mindset to put on an entertaining, more energetic personality beyond like my usual brain worms of just like, oh, ugh. I don't want to open a stream and be miserable and quiet 90% of the time. Like, oh, yeah, that happened. I'm sorry if anyone's tuned in expecting CarnEvil, but we've already played it. We've already beat it. I already showed off all the things. But check out the VOD later if you're actually interested in seeing what happened and what I had to say about the game. I just felt bad when people come in at like the very tail end of the game and like... Nah, you know what? You know what? No more ball pit. One ball pit a stream I think is enough. That Redeem isn't gonna be around forever. I think eventually I'm gonna have to upgrade it to the Twitch foam pit. The Twitch foam pit is like the remaster to TwitchCon ball pit now. Instead of pissing in it, you break your neck. Not even a VTuber, but I absolutely never feel like I've got too much anxiety about when to squeeze. I never feel like I've got too much about when to stream. It's like no, everyone's different with their streaming stuff, honestly. I am a person who likes to make sure everything works beforehand. I don't want my stream to have like a massive like 2-minute delay on like when the audio happens and like synchronization issues or like something blowing up halfway through. I brain farted that sentence out. Yeah, I got a bit confused. Like, are you on a phone right now and did like autocorrect or something? Fucking autocorrect is everyone's worst enemy. Do yourself a favor, and everyone should do this. Disable autocorrect on your phones. You will actually learn how to spell, and you will be a better speller if you do it. Imagine testing stuff before streaming. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I ruin the fun of being a scuff streamer. Not to say I don't already have enough scuff on stream. Check out the Stretch Panic VOD, where I encountered a a rare glitch that froze my game, and I hadn't saved for a few bosses, so I had to go back and retrieve ground, and it would have been a perfect playthrough had that not happened, but it kept happening over and over again. Then the boss was like screwing me over, and I kept having to reload the saves over and over again. I was almost a pro gamer, almost. Yeah, that was fun. If I could just play the game over and over again, I would, but honestly, I feel it's best I play through it once, show off the extra shit, and just call it here. There's some other streamers that I know that they play the game on repeat endlessly for like 4 or 5 hours, at least with like House of the Dead 1. And I'm like, okay, like I find myself getting a little bit bored, but it's like more of he's like trying to perfect the game and be extremely good at it. I like variety with streamers. I don't like watching the same repeat of the same like fucking 40-30 minute game session over and over and over again while someone like min-maxes their performance. It's not really that really entertaining, but I do like the angle where they actually do educate people about the game and show off the different routes and like the different things that could happen. That's interesting. There's things to learn about it. So I wish I could play that this Halloween, but I don't think House of the Dead 1 is gonna be on the menu for this year. So maybe next year. I'll probably have my shit more together and I will be better than ever a year from now. Or else I will just be stagnant and the same. Who knows? For now, I have a small audience, and I really appreciate y'all being here and watching me whenever I go live, or checking out my VODs, or like taking any interest in my content. I will always want to return to the games that I first played and keep exposing people to all the cool games that I really love. The Typing of the Dead is greater than the House of the Dead. I never actually played the Typing of the Dead, to be honest. It's embarrassing to say, but I don't type like a normal person. I peck with my fingers. I don't actually like type like a normal person is supposed to type. I've gotten really good at it, and I just never learned to properly type. But fucking, I don't care. Fucking smartphones exist, and people learn how to type with their fucking thumbs. So is there really a correct way to type? I'm stupid. I'm dumb. I tried. I once had a computer teacher yell at me and ban me from using the computers because I didn't type right. That guy was a fucking asshole. He got so fucking angry. He's just like, alright, you're not gonna use any fucking computers ever again. And I fucking transferred out at school, and I was so fucking happy because every single teacher I had was a fucking piece of shit. It's fine, Earl Stein apparently types like that. See, yeah, I'm not the only one. There's just... everyone's built different, does shit weird and different. Sadly, like, Typing of the Dead is something I probably won't be good at because of a reason like that, but I prefer the actual light gun version. Okay, that school that I used to go to that had a bunch of asshole teachers, it was a school that had a very bad reputation. And, you know, gangs and stuff, and just, problematic dumb kids. And every class was full of, kids that wouldn't pay attention, would openly mock the teacher, get in the fights with the teacher, and I would just sit there at my desk, quiet, with my head down on the desk, just trying to drown out the constant screaming between everyone around me and the teacher getting in the fights constantly. And I would learn absolutely fucking nothing of crucial things like math, because the American education system is really fucking great, and public schools are absolutely not flawed at all, and definitely have very intelligent people attending them. And my fucking experiences with school all fucking suck. I hate school. I don't miss it. I transferred to a better school where I was able to actually focus and learn things, but because of all those disruptions I had in the classroom, I'm definitely not the best I could be at math, because every math class I ever had, I had some fucking asshole that ruined it for the rest of us. Yeah. You go to school to either be miserable or be shot up in America. That's just the way things are. I shouldn't joke or laugh about that, honestly, but fuck. We're playing a game with a lot of mean-spirited humor, and I don't care. I'm edgy, I'm stupid. I'm just gonna take this moment to shit on public schooling and all that. Yeah, some people miss school. I don't. It's not something I really look back with any fondness and say like, oh man, I really miss those days. Wowee. I was just a loner. I was an artist. I was that goth kid that didn't talk to anyone, sat in corners, drew on my little sketch pad, and enjoyed things like Invader Zim. And, you know, I'd occasionally bring my Game Boy Advance or, like, my DS to school. You know, just play. So I was, like, that kind of kid. I had friends, not a whole lot. But basically just other outcasts, because I've always been an outcast. I'll never not be an outcast. I miss not having obligations and playing Nintendo 64 all day. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, technically I could still just, you know... I do got some obligations, but... I waste a lot of time playing video games. Probably more than I should, who knows. That's why I want to get. I've always wanted to stream. I always wanted to stream because it gives me something to do. And like, it feels a little bit more productive to stream stuff and share the experiences rather than just sit in my room alone and experience it alone. But that sometimes like you do need to not rely on streaming too much. Just enjoy some games by yourself in your own time. If that makes any sense. Like, you kind of got to remember why you love games. I think streaming games should be a showcase of the game and not necessarily like always like, oh, this is the newest thing, I have to play it, I have to play it, everyone else is playing it, I have to play it too. This is the hype of the month, FOMO. Don't miss out, can't miss out. Gotta stream it when it's relevant. Gotta get those gamer likes. Nah, that's not my style. There will be games that I stream that when they do come out, I will be excited to play them. Already expect Pokemon Scarlet and Violet as a game I'm probably gonna stream. And everyone's gonna be like, oh my fucking god. Hey, let's go raid into Rickubus. Oh wait, he's playing Pokemon Scarlet. Oh, fuck that, everyone's fucking playing Pokemon. Let's go raid someone else playing a cool game no one else has ever heard of. I feel like I earn it with some of the older picks that I make for my streams. I can enjoy FOMO popularity of the month games too sometimes, but I do love me some retro. I do love my odd picks. I do like returning to the past, and I hope I can inspire some more people to do the same. Or check out a game that they have never checked out before. Alright, so we've reached the 2-hour mark of the stream. Oh, and we got some Splatterhouse music playing right now. The Mirror Rick. And yeah, when it comes to Splatterhouse, something I really love about Splatterhouse, and it's a stupid reason to love Splatterhouse, the protagonist's name is Rick. One of the few positive moments in history ever where we have a protagonist that shares the same name as I do. And it isn't just a fucking meme that everyone hates like Rickroll or Rick James or Pickle Rick. It's actually a fucking cool character that just beats the shit out of everything with his fists and feet. Was there anything else in particular I wanted to say about CarnEvil before I close out? Well, there was a piece of music, but I don't have it downloaded. But there's a lot of unused content in the game, but you could find that on the website that I linked. And here, I'll link it again just in case you want to go check it out. greelyvalley.weebly.com, and this is your portal for everything CarnEvil that you could ever hope to know about the game. And there actually is a Greeley Valley, I think, does exist in Ohio, and it is a cemetery, but it doesn't actually have the circus lore behind it or anything. It's just a normal cemetery, I think. Just your average Chadrick. Yeah, he's definitely a Chad character. His girlfriend gets killed and he summons her back from hell and rescues her. Just need to stretch real quick. All this effort for such a short stream. But hey, I like making things cool if I can, I guess. That's my shortcoming. I hope it was cool. I hope people think it's cool. Please say it's cool. Please say it's cool. Say it or I'll shoot you. Okay. Yeah, I think I've exhausted all topics. There is unused music in CarnEvil for an unused level. But yeah, you'll find it on that website. Just go look it through. You'll have a good time learning about this game. Cool game. Can't stop repeating it enough. Cool game. Love it. Love it. So iconic to arcades for me. Everywhere I go, I would see this cabinet. Try it out. It's a bitch to get running, but it's definitely worth it. And stream it. Stream it. Stream it. Spread CarnEvil. Make more people play this game. Let this be a breadcrumb to those YouTube tutorials on how to get it running. Alright, thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for watching the VODs on Twitch or YouTube. Really appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. So, I'll see you next time. I'll think about what game I'm gonna be playing next, but I know we're coming close to the end of October, and there is a very favorite game of mine that I will be starting a stream of soon. I don't know if you can tell what game that is yet, but I am super autistic for it, and I always talk about it and plug it any chance I get. See you guys next time. You'll know when I play the game. It's Hellblade! Ah! Alright, see you guys next time. Have a nice night. Have a nice, spooky, comfortable night. And get into the holiday spirit and have yourself some candy and pumpkin spice latte and basic witch stuff like that, I guess. Alright. Goodbye for real. See you next time.